On the next day, the mermaid transformed herself to a tall, skinny, lanky black girl. Immediately Urema saw the skinny lanky girl where she was sitting waiting for her Prince Charming. She fell down on the ground and laughed uncontrollably. In the heart of a vibrant village, nestled amidst rolling hills and lush greenery, lived a young woman named Urema. At 25, Urema possessed a beauty that seemed to defy description. Her skin, the rich hue of polished ebony, glowed with an inner light, and her eyes sparkled like precious gemstones. With a figure that could rival the goddesses of old and a smile that could melt even the coldest of hearts, Urema was the epitome of grace and charm. She was named Urema from her grandmother, and her parents supported it because she was everything one can explain about natural beauty. Urema is a child the neighborhood always loved to carry, and anyone that stared at her will be attracted to carry her for some moment. While growing up, Urema's beauty added more and more, and some people get jealous of her while others in the village said she is from a marine world. As time goes by and with all the praises being poured on Urema, she began to misbehave and started feeling too proud of herself. Yet, for all her outward loveliness, Urema harbored a flaw that threatened to overshadow her beauty. With each passing day, she became more enamored with her own appearance, believing herself to be superior to those around her. She would walk the streets with her head held high, refusing to acknowledge the humble villagers who crossed her path. She would frequent the marketplaces and social gatherings, her laughter ringing out like a melody as she mocked those whose appearances did not meet her exacting standards. While growing up, Urema started having some suitors, but she would insult the hell out of them, telling them they are not the kind of man one to settle down with. She would tell them that they are ugly and can never meet up with his standard and class of men she wants. This kept going on, and the ugly news went about the neighboring communities, who spread the news other and near communities, and later on able-bodied men stopped to seek for her hand in marriage. Unbeknownst to Urema, her actions had not gone unnoticed by the mystical beings that dwelled beneath the surface of the nearby river. Among them was a mermaid, known for her wisdom and compassion. Hearing tales of Urema's cruelty, the mermaid was filled with sorrow, for she knew that such behavior would only lead to ruin. Determined to teach Urema a lesson, the mermaid resolved to intervene. Taking on a human guise, she emerged from the depth of the river and made her way to the village, her form thin and frail, her appearance unremarkable compared to Urema's radiant beauty. As fate would have it, Urema crossed paths with the disguised mermaid on her way back. Immediately Urema saw the mermaid passing by, she felt love at first sight and said within herself that she has never seen a man so handsome and charming like this before, and she smiled and concluded she has met the right and perfect man she ever dreamed of. The disguised mermaid decided to talk to Urema, and she said, "Hi, you are beautiful, and I must say you are the most beautiful creature I have ever seen throughout my life." Her soft and gentle voice hit Urema like an avalanche, and she responded, "You are the most handsome man among the living." With little conversation they get along with each other, and the disguised mermaid promised to see Urema the next day along the same road at the same time. On the next day, the mermaid transformed herself to a tall, skinny, lanky black girl. Immediately Urema saw the skinny lanky girl where she was sitting waiting for her Prince Charming. She fell down on the ground and laughed uncontrollably. She started raining insults on the disguised mermaid and said she is the most ugly creature on the universe. She kept saying, "Surely, you must be the ugliest thing I've ever laid eyes upon." But the mermaid remained unfazed by Urema's cruel words, for she knew that her true power lay not in her appearance, but in her heart. With a gentle smile, she spoke in a voice as soft as a whisper on the breeze. "Beauty fades, dear Urema," the mermaid said. "But kindness and compassion endure forever." With those words, the mermaid vanished into thin air, leaving Urema bewildered and shaken to her core. In that moment, Urema felt a chill run down her spine, as though she had glimpsed the depth of her own soul and found it lacking. From that day forth, Urema's heart was filled with a newfound humility and empathy for those around her. No longer did she mock or scorn others for their appearance or station in life. Instead, she sought to uplift and inspire them, using her beauty not as a weapon of arrogance, but as a beacon of hope and compassion.
Wow!
But the mermaid was not yet finished with Urema, for she knew that true change could only come from within. One moonlit night, as Urema stood by the banks of the river, gazing out at the shimmering waters, she felt a gentle touch upon her shoulder. Turning, she found herself face to face with the mermaid, her true form revealed in all its ethereal beauty. And in that moment, Urema felt her heart skip a beat, for she saw in the mermaid's eyes a love that transcended time and space. With a smile that lit up the night sky, the mermaid took Urema's hand in hers, and together they stepped into the river, where they disappeared beneath the waves, their laughter mingling with the song of the sea. And so it was that Urema, once a vain and arrogant beauty, found true happiness and fulfillment in the arms of the mermaid who had taught her the greatest lesson of all, that true beauty lies not in outward appearance, but in the depth of the heart. Together, they embarked on a new journey, their love shining bright like the stars above. And as they danced beneath the moonlight, Urema knew that she had finally found her place in the world, where kindness and compassion reigned supreme, and love knew no bounds.